what is happening around you.
It's looks like looks like red clay everywhere, or rocks. Dirt, everything is red. We're on a mission. We're we know where we're going, and we're looking to make sure nothing is dangerous, that nothing will see us. It doesn't seem like anyone's aware that we've arrived here.
What else do you see?
Where it's like some kind of uniform. And but it blends in with the nature. Wherever we are, like I don't know if it changes. It's not bright clothing. We're going towards some type of cave thing. Leads underground. How they're not aware. It's like we cloak ourselves. We've come in to take that station down. We don't intentionally, we try to avoid contact with others. We just take the station out, disable it. There's a lot of interesting collectives working together here.
Mhm.
They don't actually, they're just doing a job. They're just doing what they're told. But they don't see the big picture. So they don't understand that the work they're doing is harmful.
Mhm.
And we understand that they don't know. So we just go disable the place.
Mhm. What does the station do? Do you know?
It seems it's it destroys things.
Mhm.
You would think that working there you would understand what's happening, but they keep everyone isolated in different sections. So no one understands the full picture except for one group.
Hmm.
But this can actually destroy planets, not just weapon type of a defense. It's a secret uh, station for beings that destroy others, try to take over things.
Mhm. Did you say it can destroy planets?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The only thing I can see is has a place for something like a big laser, but that's not really what it is.
Mhm.
That's what it looks like.
Mhm.
It sends, yeah, I understand. It sends what appears to be a laser, but it disorganizes all the molecules of whatever it's going to, like destroys it from the inside out the way it functions.
Mhm.
We're getting out of there before being noticed.
Mhm. You were able to disable the plant, the place, the weapon.
It's more like we disabled a couple of sections, so it's not a permanent solution, but it buys us time. So if you destroy or shut down a couple of the sectors, then they have to come together and rework everything.
Are you in a team working together? So tell me what happens next.
We took our pod to the main ship and discussing our next plan.
Are you back in the ship now?
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe what the ship looks like?
It's really big. It's seems grayish silver, like I can't describe the shape. It's almost like a combination of a rhomboid and a diamond shape.
Now you're inside the ship, right? What does the inside look like where you are?
Very clean and white. And not many fixtures. There's not need for much. We're in a room right now that there are chairs, very sleek, simple chairs around the room, like an oval. This table in the middle, in a way, it's a table that things project out of it. Yeah, so we're making our next plan.
I want you to look down at your feet and tell me what they look like.
Well, they're like these, I'm wearing really cool looking boots, white.
As you come up the body, are you wearing anything on your legs or your upper body?
Yeah, they're white pants and it's a uniform. Everything's white, like a field suit.
Does it feel comfortable?
You can move anywhere.
You can? Okay. How
it's
do
not
you move?
restrictive.
Okay.
I just mean it's not restrictive.
Okay.
You can run or fight if you had to. We try not to, but that's hard to not engage in that sometimes.
Okay. Are there others there with you in the room? What do they look like?
There's all types, all kinds of different faces. We all work together. It's not one type of being.
Okay. Do they look like human or other beings?
Yeah, all kinds.
Okay. Do you get a sense of whether you are a human or other type of being?
I am not.
Mhm.
I am human looking.
Okay. How do you spend most of your time? What do you do?
This missions.
Okay. What types of missions do you go on usually?
This group is keeping balance.
Can you tell me more about keeping balance? What it means?
Well, it's tricky. Can't interfere in most things. Most isn't the right word. We work on being respectful for decisions being made in places. But at times, as where we were just before the ship, things get out of balance where they're destroying. And it affects everyone. So this mission was to delay and confuse. And hopefully they learn in the process and wake up in a way. The main group leading that operation was, they go many places and take over. Yeah, I think we're like a wake-up crew in a way. Does that make sense? Disrupt. Try not to combat anyone, but it happens. And we work on bringing the balance back.
Like creating harmony and peace?
Sometimes it comes quickly. This type of situation will be a long one.
Okay.
We don't like to use, they went down the wrong path, but they were misled, and many of them don't really know what's going on anyway, because there's too many, we'll call them mirrors, shadows, blankets, veils, So the left hand doesn't understand what the right hand's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, the group in charge is causing chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll lead to their destruction as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a ripple effect.
Mm-hmm. And you were able to delay that, correct?
In that situation, yes, but we're also, it's a wait and see as well. We can't just delay and leave and not, I mean, we are not on that planet. We're watching from afar at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we are. We cannot completely not pay attention to that planet and what those beings are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So delay and make a plan for what we think might happen, because that group is somewhat predictable.
Mm-hmm. Do you get a sense of what kind of beings that group was?
Hmm. It's like a rogue group of reptilian looking beings, but they don't appear that way to the ones who have always lived there on that planet. It's not a shape-shifting ability. It's not sure what they do, but they can appear differently than who they are on the inside.
And the ones whom they are leading, they have no idea what these reptilians are doing, right? They're misled.
Correct. They're
Who,
misled.
what kind of beings are those people who are misled?
There's different, I could see 5 different types of beings there. But that's not representative of the entire planet. It's just who was working in that station.
They're not humans, or are they?
I did not cross humans there.
What was that?
I did not cross humans there.
Okay, got it. Do you get a sense of which planet it was that was orange color that you were on in the last mission?
I'm not sure of the name.
Okay. Do you like what you do?
Yes.
Have you been doing that for a long time?
It's very natural, yes.
Okay. Who tells you and your team and the ship where to go and what missions to engage in?
Well, we make a lot of decisions together.
Okay.
It's not so much a hierarchy. We all have our data we collect, our things we run, parts of the organization that we run, and then we come together and decide what's next sometimes there's things of urgent matter. That's just an obvious choice. There's like a map we create with colors of I guess levels of where situations are.
Okay.
Of who's at most risk. Yeah, like a triage.
Yes, yes. Do you get a sense of where your home planet is?
It feels like this. The ship is my home.
Okay. Got it. Is there anything else you want to say about that scene?
No.
Okay. Very good. You're doing very, very good. Now let's leave that scene. We're just going to let that scene fade away. Just fade away. We're going to drift away from that scene and drift and float to another important day, a day that you consider to be important. Feel yourself drifting and floating and being drawn to another important time and place. And we are there now. What do you see? What is happening?
Everything is, we're like on this headquarters planet. We've come into this big, we're walking up into this big area, this building. It's really big. We're it's like a celebration in a way, but not a party. It's just they know we're coming. Something really great just happened. So yeah, we're shaking hands. It's equivalent. Oh, there's some. Oh, everyone has their particular way of greeting. So some are hugged and some just, there's a forehead to forehead, and some is like a heart to heart acknowledgement. So we all come together here. It's not a celebration like everyone comes here to party. Kind of, it is an acknowledgement. It is a moment of relief, and everyone is catching their breath in a way. There's no completely urgent missions. We're coming together to enjoy each other, and then get back to work. Yeah. We did have some large accomplishment that just, I can't tell what it is.
If you look down at your feet, what do they look like?
I'm in still white boots, but they seem formal.
Okay.
Everything is not for a field work or combat, but you could. It's comfortable enough. Everything's built for that.
If you look at your hands, sorry, go ahead.
It's like I'm wearing some white robe cape thing, cloak, maybe more of a cloak. I have white hands.
Are you wearing gloves?
I am wearing gloves.
Okay. Do your hands look like human hands or not?
I'm still a humanoid.
Okay. Do you know what the occasion is that everyone has come together?
Things are calm enough where we can all come in and meet for a big again, I hesitate to say celebration. It's peaceful enough out there for us all to come together at one big meeting and then make a plan of who goes from there.
Okay, like a
but
planning.
everybody feels comfortable enough to come together.
Are these the same people, some of them that were in the ship with you? Okay. What happens next?
It's a big meeting. There's so many there. We've been brought up, our group's been brought up for recognition.
Really? Okay. Very nice, very nice. For the last mission?
No.
Okay.
I think it's a group of missions.
Okay. Are there a lot of people in your group?
The core that can go everywhere is, in the small pod, is 6.
Okay. What is the small pod used for?
Quick, stealthy missions.
Okay. Like going from the mothership to a planet? Okay.
We can get in and out.
Does your body feel male or female?
Female.
Okay.
I lead this group.
You're the leader. Have you been a leader for a long time?
Yeah.
How did you learn how to do these missions?
It's a lot of training.
Okay. Very good. And how do they give you recognition?
It's not some big fancy soiree. It's just come up
Yeah.
there and we explain what worked and show our appreciation for the collaboration
Okay.
with everyone. It's maybe 6 land in these places, but it takes many more than that in other places.
Okay.
For instance, someone had to be there to witness what was going on in different places, and they would
Mhm.
report back.
Mhm.
So there's people on the ground, there's people in different spots in the air.
Mhm. Mhm. Very good. So anything else you want to say about that scene? What's happening there?
No,
Very good. You're doing really good. Now let's leave that scene and move to the last day in this life we are looking at. You can watch it as an observer if you want to, without feeling any discomfort. And we are there now. What do you see? What is happening?
well, someone got me. Someone someone stabbed me
Stabbed
with
you?
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a laser type weapon,
Mm-hmm.
sword looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wasn't arrogant about it, but I was surprised.
Mm-hmm. Why did they do that?
Well, we were battling
Oh, okay. Who were you battling with?
reptilians
Okay.
in an underground base.
Do you get a sense of which planet that was?
I'm deep inside. I can't tell.
You're deep inside the planet?
Hmm.
Okay. The reptilians live in subterranean spaces under the surface?
In this place,
Mm-hmm.
I think they keep their base deep down here,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not noticeable.
Mm-hmm. What is on the surface if you go up from that place?
It looks similar to Earth.
Mm-hmm. So if you move up from where the reptilians are underneath the surface and you move up to the surface, what do you see?
Trees,
Okay.
grass.
You said something about a military base, right?
Hmm.
Can you tell me what those are and who runs them?
Well, where I was underground was a reptilian base.
Okay. And how deep were you underground?
This feels like the center.
The very center of the earth?
It's not on the Earth, but it feels like the center of a planet.
Okay. It's not Earth, it's another planet, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
But very Earth-like.
Okay. And what were these reptilians doing on that planet that you had to fight with them?
They're dominating, trying to take over everything.
Mm-hmm.
They're destroying resources.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So one of them stabbed you with a sword-like weapon, like a laser-like weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens after that?
I kill him.
Mm-hmm. You kill him. Do you have a weapon?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of weapon do you have?
I don't know how to describe it.
Okay. What happens after you kill him?
My team and I run out, leave, get away.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, if you get back to the ship, things could be remedied.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on. However he injured me, it is fatal.
Okay.
But I did accomplish the mission.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good.
My team
And
is sad.
do they take you back to the ship or they leave you there?
No, I'm on the ship.
Okay.
They're around me.
What are they doing?
Oh, just it's like showing gratitude.
Let's fast forward a little bit to the time when your physical body passes away and you separate from your physical body.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you see and what's happening.
I just see them below me right now.
What was that?
I see them below me right now.
Okay. How are you feeling?
How am I feeling?
Uh-huh. Now that you're out of the body, how does it feel?
Light,
Uh-huh.
perfect.
Feels good?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Whatever happened has already happened, and you are on the other side of it. From that perspective, you can see that entire life and you can see what has happened to the body. Also, from that perspective, we can see the entire life. Every life has a lesson. What do you think was the lesson of that life?
It's so easy to work together. It's so easy to respect one another
Mm-hmm.
and know that everyone has their specialty.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has their job,
Mm-hmm.
and we can trust one another
Mm-hmm.
to do their jobs, and then there doesn't have to be an over controlling person in
Mm-hmm.
charge.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like missions are just steps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, each mission was a step towards something,
Mm-hmm.
and each step was important, no matter how small or big it looks at the time.
Every life also has a purpose. What do you think was the purpose of that life?
I was a very calm and steadfast leader. I see. There was a lot of understanding in everyone in the organization that there's not necessarily good or bad. It was all about balance.
Mm-hmm.
But there are times where no matter the intention to, without knowing how else to put it, just bad things happen. Just bad things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And even with that, it's just not something to be distraught over.
Very good. Are you satisfied with the life that you lived?
Yes, that was nice life.
Okay, very good. Now let's drift away from that life. We're drifting and floating away from that life, leaving the woman there to continue on her own journey. She will find peace. She will find what she's supposed to find. We are leaving her there to continue on her own journey. She will find peace. She will find what she's supposed to find. We are leaving her there to continue on her own path. Now I want all of the consciousness and personality to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. May I speak to higher self, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Do I have permission to speak and ask questions?
Yes.
Thank you. I know the higher self could have brought forth many different lifetimes to see today. You chose to bring forward this life for her where she was a commando leader on a spaceship. Why did you pick that lifetime?
She has been a leader her entire life in many situations. She's been taught to lead a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
She's currently hesitating in a couple of her new ventures, knowing that they're going to become rather large over time. And part of her hesitation has to do with other ways she's led in this lifetime where she's gotten stressed out or felt like she needed to do everything herself, and maybe even been a little strong, even though not intentionally rude. She's come a long way. She's grown a lot. She hesitates. Can she become the new leader and the new her? And the answer is she already is. She's already done that. She already has those abilities to lead with that steadfastness, with that calmness, with faith and trust in others and herself.
Mm-hmm.
The love and respect that each person has for the others within the group.
So you wanted to remind her that she is a leader and she has been a leader many lifetimes, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay.
Correct. And she's trying to, with all of her changes, the way she's been putting it is she's tried to squash the fire because she thought the fire was getting her into trouble. Now that she's getting her fire back, she's confused on the balance of how much fire she brings in, well, while being calm and steadfast, knowing everything's going to work out.
Mm-hmm. Could you be a little more descriptive about the fire?
Well, she's an Aries, and so she took on the idea that because she was very enthusiastic and passionate, and she's had a life where she's been a loud leader, the cheerleader, the entertainer. And now she's finding herself in a more quiet state, a calmer state, but she's trying to put too much water on that fire. So although she's found the way to start bringing that enthusiasm back in a different way, she's still enthusiastic. She's just been trying to be too quiet and be a person that she's not. It's okay to be joyful and playful and a little noisy. She was trying to squash all of that. Not the joy. She just was trying to change herself so much. She thought she needed to be quiet all the time. She doesn't need to be quiet. She has a lot to do, a lot to say. Just the discernment on when to speak. So many people weren't listening to what she was saying for so long that she gave up on that. She thought, why bother? Why speak at all? So all of that's a combination, but those were lessons she needed to learn. She needed to learn discernment on when to speak, when not to speak, and how much to speak. When you have a lot of claircognizant, for example, a lot of wisdom that comes forth and you just want to share it, that's what she used to do.
Mhm.
So realizing that the quiet is good, speaking is good, but when to say something and when to stay quiet, she's getting a hang of. So all of that's going to come forth as her new skills, the new way she puts things together as a leader in having the fire, but the fire doesn't need to be as explosive.
Mhm.
So now she's finding her own balance
Mhm.
with that.
Very good, very good. Is there anything else you'd like her to know about that life that you showed her?
She saw what we needed her to see.
Mhm.
No explanation is even needed.
Okay. Was that an actual past life, or was that a metaphor or an imprint?
It was very real.
Which planet was that on? The orange one?
That's very, very far away. Very
Okay.
far away. There's not a proper name for that here.
Okay. And how long ago, in terms of Earth years, was that?
In Earth years, that would be thousands.
Okay. Those uh, dark forces there, the reptilians, are they the same race that are on Earth right now? The same reptilians that are on Earth, or different?
They are related, yes.
Okay. So they do the same thing in various countries, in various planets, right? Try to take over.
Correct.
Okay.
Very destructive.
Yeah.
The thing that anyone needs to realize, though, is that not all reptilians are like that.
Mm-hmm. I I've heard that some of them are really light workers and spirit guides. Is that correct?
Correct. Things can change.
Mhm. Approximately what percentage of the reptilians are dark and what percentage of them are light? Do you know?
Ooh, that would be an unfair representation. There's not quite as many in the light,
Mhm.
but there's not just one race.
Mhm.
That's where it gets confusing for Earth.
Mhm.
There's not one race of any of the reptilian types.
Mhm. Okay.
So percentages are not necessary.
Okay. Got it. Is it appropriate to ask for a body scan at this time?
Okay.
Please let us know when you find something.
This clearing in the throat area.
Mhm.
She's experiencing much of the chest sensations because she's had many wounds there.
Many wounds.
Correct. In
Okay.
other lives, other experiences.
Okay.
She's holding that trauma there.
Okay.
But what happens is she picks up on others.
Mhm.
It's you could call it a gift, but it feels uncomfortable.
Mhm.
It's similar to when a person has an experience as an empath and as an empath towards others in the same situation.
Mhm.
So there's a programming that we are fixing now.
Mhm.
One moment, please.
Thank you. Take your time.
Her field picks up on other fields. So we're rearranging. We know that's something she wanted anyway.
Mhm.
Okay, scanning. It's a little damage in the intestinal tract. Fixing now. Working on vertebrae. This will take time.
Which vertebrae is that?
There's some damage in much of the neck.
Mhm. And what is going on there? What is the root cause?
Well, within this lifetime, she's had many accidents.